Oh, is it where we're going? Okay. Sorry, I just got. I can't even. I haven't had a chance to even sit down for a minute. Um, so much stuff going on. And oh, well, you know what? How about this? That's better, right? Now you can hear me, so I'm not wasting. Okay, great. Man, I haven't had a second to sit down. I've been trying to sit down already past like 3 days, and too much shit's been going on. So, um, yeah. But anyway, I don't even know. I'm like trying to figure out what's going on, and I can't even figure out what's going on. Um, like I wanted to sit down and talk about all this shit, and I didn't have a chance. So, um, doing that right now. Horse Saga just went crazy. Worked on this thing, took off all the paint, spray painted it black, like haphazardly because the boutique owner wanted it done right away. And as soon as it was like, and then it rained the next day. Sorry, it rained that night, and I was worried about the horse being tacky. I don't think it turned out so great, but I was worried about the horse being not in good shape. And what happened? Then I went back the next day to check on it. I texted her in the morning saying I needed to check the paint and the chain because we left it outside. I saw her outside and she completely went ballistic on me. She's like, "This place is not a hangout. Why are you here? You know, this isn't like she completely crashed out on me. Like she was like, "You're affecting my business. I'm talking with clients. I don't have time for you." And I'm like, "Look, lady, I just came by to see if the horse is okay. That's it." And I didn't even get a chance to do that before we're like screaming at each other right on Broadway, like a bunch of like crazy people. So so I don't know why, like I didn't try to affect her business. I wasn't trying to like do anything wrong with her. It's just this whole week. I lost a client this week because I didn't feel well. I felt weak going into this project. I kind of had to walk off, and instead of being like, "Oh, I hope you feel better," that they never want to see me again either. So it's just been just constant this extreme. I've been dealt with nothing but extremism everywhere I go, where I feel like this is the reality. I'm trying to do X, Y, and Z, and then the reaction is just over the top to the point that I have no preparation. I have no preparation for insanity. I have no like wherewithal for like, hey, it's time for everything to be crazy. So, and then that's it, you know. And when you don't have time to be crazy, when you don't have like any preparation to be crazy, you kind of like lose your mind because you don't even know how to react to people. I was, you almost like genuinely scared because it's like this is really happening. And then then in the middle of all this, I'm trying to avoid being attacked by a schizophrenic on the train who and like I can't be afraid of these people. You can't really be. If some of them, like, I mean, no, I don't think this guy looked harmless, but you have to kind of just have some sort of bracing against the fact that people are just nuts. And he comes up to me. He's like, "Oh, corporate white boy with your $1,000 haircut." And I'm like, "Really? This is not $1,000 haircut. Trust me. I get it done by these Jews in Forest Hills. It's a $30 haircut at most, and even that I kind of wince at." And and then he comes up to me. He says, he's like, "Why did George Washington cross the Atlantic?" And I look at him like, "My man, George Washington crossed the Delaware." And he looked at me, and then he says, "Well, I'm half Dominican. What do you think about that?" And then he runs off into the darkness like a lunatic. It's like, well, I don't have an answer for that. So, what can you do? Um, just crazy. Everyone's just around me is just nuts, and it's really affected my mood. I've been I feel like I lost 10 pounds this week from just not eating and just stress. Smoking cigarettes doesn't help, but like I started smoking cigarettes because why not? So we're all gone tomorrow. and and conversations with people, and commitments, and like whether things are real, whether things are not. I don't even know what's true anymore. And I'm trying really not to argue with people. I'm not trying to lose my mind with stuff that I kind of want a direction, and I kind of want a sense where things are going without there being too much like an issue. I just want to just a sense of what the next step is. Even if it's a half step, I'd like to know where that direction is. Left, right, up, down, but backwards, whatever. I'm not taking, this leaving this place is horrible. You know, the idea of leaving this place is terrible. I've had so many memories here. I almost like was just in tears yesterday, thinking about everything that I've gone through over here. And so, trying to, just get my bearings on what's next. And like, there's just nothing being offered. There's nothing there that's next. Somebody tells me like, oh, everything's going to work out. I'm like, I've never seen anything ever in my life work out. So don't tell me things are just going to magically work themselves out. I've yet to see things work themselves out. Either you do nothing and everything falls to pieces, or you try to do everything you can to make sure that it doesn't. I don't see how it just by itself just this Fanta Morgana kind of shit. Like my mother used to say, Fanta Morgana. And it's just like where, how, why. There's no reason for things to work out because it's because it's the nature of the universe is what is it, entropy? It's like everything is going to fall apart regardless of whatever you do. So every atom will dissolve into nothing. So that's the nature of everything. So don't tell me that things are going to work out. And I'm just trying to hold people to task. I'm trying to like get an idea of what is happening next, and that's it, and that's all. It's not not really. It's a no-brainer. It's just trying to like. It's just trying to just like, and I don't know why you can't get stuff out of people. Just give me an answer. Give me the right answer, or give me just a answer. Just even like I've said before on this channel, like, even if the answer is no, just give me like, okay, boom, now we can move on with our lives. Sorry, I'm already distracted by a phone call. Like I just can't sit down for like 5 minutes. Luckily, I've been getting rest. I've been sleeping at night, which is fine because I haven't been drinking. So but I'm just wearing myself out these days. I'm doing these 18-hour, 20-hour days. Did a 20-hour day yesterday. And not standing on my head, I was really fatigued, and then hit that bed and just wake up and just go all at it all over again, just pounding and pounding and pounding on that wall. And it's just like, sometimes I feel like I'm lucky I'm still standing. But yeah, now I got to deal with a whole nother, it's just like nonstop. And then when I wanted to sit down and do like these videos, I wanted to do it last night, and there was like a fire alarms going off, and there were people right here in this space. They're just hanging out, like right in front of the camera. And I couldn't do anything, and they were like testing the fire signals and stuff like that. And I'm just like, I gotta get the fuck out of here. It's just everything is just so unbalanced. This place is a mess because they're doing this god awful construction. Because instead of keeping the artists, they want to bring in corporate bros and their stocks and stuff like that because they pay rent. We're not paying rent. How are we supposed to pay these at these prices? And it's so sad that you have to get rid of magic for numbers, something like that. That the sterility and the stupidity of money is so like, there's nothing dumber in this world than money. And to kind of like give magic the high hard one, just let people be, let people create for as long as possible, and then then who knows, maybe something will happen, like it's like a primordial goo. Maybe life will come to, maybe the amino acids will come together, and then, oh good, more fucking people. That's what I need right now. It's like almost nonstop here. I think only on Sundays do they take off, and maybe on a holiday. But yeah, it's also getting frustrating to be here. It's not easy either because of everything going on, and the studio mates and God knows and all their drama and that kind of stuff as well. So yeah, I guess it's about that time to cut it off because now I feel like people are overhearing my conversation. So okay.